Hey, it's Kevin Begley, and we're here at Little Pub in Fairfield again for our Star 89.9 Acoustic Session, the first one of the year in 2025 with Melanie Pfirrman. Hey, Melanie.
Hi, how's it going? Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for doing this for us.
Absolutely.
And anyone who doesn't know, you're from the West Coast, from the Los Angeles area.
Sure am.
And is this your first time in Connecticut?
It sure is.
Awesome. What's your thoughts so far?
You know, I haven't really been able to explore as much as I would like to, so I would definitely like to come back. But so far, so good. It's pretty beautiful here. It's a great day. The sun is shining.
Yeah.
Can't ask for more.
And growing up on the West Coast, because people who grew up on the East Coast, we have in our minds, we think of Los Angeles and the West Coast. How did you think about the East Coast as a kid when you were growing up in Connecticut?
Right. Oh my gosh, I always wanted to be on the East Coast.
Yeah.
I mean, a Cali girl at heart, obviously. The weather is just perfect over there. But I always had a longing to be in New York for some reason, it's just one of my favorite places to visit. So yeah.
That's awesome. And you grew up in a musical family, right? Your parents were in a band?
Yes. My parents, that's actually how they met. Back in the 80s, they were doing their disco music. My mom was a singer. My dad was a producer. And they collaborated on a few songs. They became a band together, released a few things.
That's so neat.
Fell in love, had a couple kids. So, yeah, that's the story of me.
Yeah, and I think it's important to be in a musical home as kids because it just breeds creativity and, being artistic. My wife and I have two young girls, 6 and 3. And I laugh because, I'm trying to teach them about radio. I talk on the microphone and all this. So that must have been neat for you and your sister to grow up with your parents playing music and stuff.
Absolutely,
like that.
yeah, because my younger sister is also a singer. So there was never any question. I know you hear about, young kids who are like, I want to be a pop star, and their parents are like, absolutely not, you're going to be a doctor or a lawyer. But they were like, yeah, we're going to help you follow that dream, because it was their dream at one point, so they understand it more than anyone. So they've always been 100% supportive of our dreams, so that has made pursuing this a lot easier, growing up.
That's so important as a parent too. I feel like to be supportive of your kids' dreams, what they want to do.
Absolutely, it's essential.
Do they ever try to give you critiques on your music?
Oh yeah, my mom is the ultimate stage mom. She's constantly like, well, what if you try this melody? What if you try this? But I love all of their feedback. They're two of my favorite people in the whole world, and they're so talented. So I'll take their feedback any day.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I feel like one of the coolest things about being a musician is, making different relationships with artists and collaborating with people. And you did a collab with Pitbull, right?
I sure did.
What was that experience
like?
Oh
my God, it was absolutely unreal. He is the coolest guy. I don't know what I was expecting going into meeting him, but it was not that. He was just so down to earth, so chill. He actually does say dale a lot. And I was very shocked and pleased to know that. But he's just the coolest guy ever. Came into the music video shoot like the coolest person from a private jet, said hello, did his thing, and then got out of there. It was just the coolest guy ever.
I like hearing that because I think we all have that in our heads that he's just the coolest guy ever. So the fact that he's the same person kind of on and off camera is fantastic. Is there anyone that's a dream collaboration for you that you'd love to work with?
Oh man, this is the easiest question to answer because it's JoJo. She's
really?
I grew up listening to her music. She actually follows me on TikTok, which is the best thing to ever actually happen to me, and she comments on my singing videos every once in a while.
Awesome.
So I'm trying to make that happen. So JoJo, if you're watching.
Well, we did an event with her, one of these, a similar style thing. It was for breast cancer awareness. It was an October event. That was maybe 10 years ago, I think.
Oh, wow.
So she's been in the same position you are right now here in Connecticut.
Amazing.
So there you go. That's a connection right there.
That's very heartwarming.
So let's talk about the single "Okay" that we're playing on Star. Such an amazing song with obviously, a very heartfelt, emotional, lyrics behind it. Tell us what went, making that song. Because, it's very emotional, the lyrics and the meaning behind it.
Absolutely. It means a lot to me. It's a song that I wrote about coming out of a really tough mental health stage of my life. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm mind blanking.
No, it's okay.
It was just, I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine.
Are we going to cut this? Or
Okay, no, it's not
God.
live. Yeah.
My mind is just going blank right now.
No, it's okay.
I've been asked this question so many times, and I'm like, how can this sound different every time?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So the single "Okay" that we're playing on Star right now, I love the song. Ever since we started playing it, you know, there's a lot of emotion behind it. So what goes into making a song like that?
Yeah, I mean, from true life experience, honestly.
Yeah.
I wrote it about coming out of a really tough situation mentally. I've been really open about my struggles with anxiety. And actually, I was like really in the thick of it when we wrote this song. And, you know, I didn't really feel like it was going to be okay, but I wanted to write the anthem that would make me believe that it was going to be okay.
Yeah.
And so that's what I kind of want it to be for other people.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've already gotten so many messages of people saying, like, you have no idea, like, how much this song helped me. And that is exactly what I wanted the song to do.
Yeah.
And that's what it's done for me. I mean, when I'm having a bad day, like, I turn to my own song, and that's kind of what I wanted. You know, what's the song that, you know, was going to get me through it back when I was really in the thick of it in 2021?
Yeah.
I was just looking for that one song, and I couldn't find it, and so I wrote it.
That's an amazing sort of way to come about it, because, you know, music does so much for people. You know, I feel like it helps them through times. It puts them in a better mood sometimes.
Right.
Even just the music.
Oh,
You know, we talk
absolutely.
about the lyrics a lot, but even just hearing the music, like when OK
Yeah.
starts, you're like, it's almost like sunshine through the speakers.
Oh,
You know,
that
you
makes
feel
me-
like.
Yeah, that makes me happy. Yeah, music is so important. It's so healing.
Is there any other songs by some of your other favorite artists that do that for you? You know, I like that you wrote your own song to make that moment. But
You know, Ariana Grande's her Eternal Sunshine album, that
Oh, yeah.
entire thing, just like I can listen to it top to bottom
Great
a
album.
million times. It
Yeah.
is just one of those songs, one of those albums that just like makes me happy immediately.
now the other cool thing about OK is the remixes that came out, because
Yes.
you know, dancing too. You know,
Yeah.
starting to move and dance. You hear it in the club, whatever it is. You know, that
Right.
can really help your mood and your emotions too.
Absolutely. And I never even like pictured this song as like a club remix.
Yeah.
And so they brought that to my attention, and I was like, I don't know how that would sound. And then I heard it, and I was like, this is exactly what I need in the club. I want to
Yeah.
be crying with my drink and
Right.
having a good time and feeling uplifted.
That's
so
amazing.
yeah, I love it.
Well, this is awesome. You know, for the rest of 2025, do you have big plans to, you know, play more shows, write more music? You know, what's kind of your outlook for the year?
Absolutely. I think we're going to go visit a couple more radio stations that
Nice.
are starting to play OK, which is like so exciting for me. And definitely more shows. Absolutely.
And you put up a video of you hearing it with your mom in the car.
Yes.
I love that too. That was such a special moment. That
Oh
must
my
have been
gosh.
so neat.
It's the best. My mom, every time she hears it in the car, she'll call me screaming. Every single time. It's been like 10 or 11 times now. And every time it's like the first time.
That's a great mom.
It's
right
really
there.
special. Yeah.
All right, Melanie Pfirrman, thank you so much for doing this for us.
Thank
we
you
really
so
appreciate it.
much.
And welcome to Connecticut for the
Thank
first
you.
time.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, Star 89.9 Acoustic Session here at Little Pub in Fairfield with Melanie Pfirrman.
Yay.